It's your dime, so start talking.
Hello, Mr. Lulu? I'm calling you to ask if you are satisfied with your current long-distance carrier.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm satisfied, but thanks for...
Well, if I could just have a moment of your time, I'd like to tell you about a great offer that...
Look, buddy, I know you're reading this off a script, but really, this is the time you want to hang up.
Sir, I am authorized for a short time to make a special deal available to you.
One telemarketer down, 3 million to go.
From the furthest depths of the uncharted seas in the sunken city of Relia, beneath the lives and minds of men lies Cthulhu. Mightiest of the great old ones, he rests in his death-like slumber, awaiting the time when he shall again rise and feast upon the souls of man. Until that time when the stars are right and he breaks his sleeping seal, Cthulhu comes to the minds of men and answers your calls. It's time once again for... Calls for Cthulhu!
Hello, yes, thank you. Hello and welcome back to Calls for Cthulhu. I'm Cthulhu, and as you can see, I've got a brand new set. Huh? How cool is that? Actually, I just moved down the hallway. There was a draft over the last spot. I didn't really like the acoustics. But this spot has great acoustics. Check this out. Echo! 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 Quit it.
Okay.
Well, anyway, let's take some calls. Tim, number, now! Okay, I see we have a caller.
Hello, Cthulhu. I have a real tough situation. You see, my son has this girl that he's been seeing recently. He's only 12, and I don't know if... hold on a sec. I've got another call.
Can you believe this? Heh, check it out. In his house at Relia, dead Cthulhu waits on hold. Ha! No sense of humor.
Hi. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, caller, you want the short version?
Yeah, okay, I suppose.
Your son's a player, the girl's a tramp, you're nosy, and I'll swallow all your souls. Next caller.
Hi, Cthulhu. My friends and I are fans of you since years, and now we are very happy to see you on TV. Well, here is my question. Do you have plans to publish the Necronomicon, or does the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred still have the copyright, and you are having legal problems with him?
As it turns out, the mad Arab never really had copyright over the story. A lot of people were writing books like it at the time, detailing vicious arcane rites, bloodletting, and rituals for raising the great old ones, but they all wrote their stories on paper. When he said he had the definitive version, and everybody saw how he put the book together, bound in human flesh and written in blood, they all pretty much left him alone. I mean, there's crazy, and there's crazy, and nobody wanted to mess with a guy who has human flesh on his bookshelf. Next caller.
Hey, Cthulhu. I've been wondering, you're supposed to be, like, terrible and fearsome and godlike or something. Men go mad when they merely look at you, but on the show you're more like a sock puppet, and I'm not going insane watching these videos. Why is that? Thanks for answering.
To be honest, I can't even guess at what you see when you watch the show. As it is, I'm only a semi-corporeal psychological projection onto this plane of existence, trapped in a city conceived in hate and built in madness, made of a non-Euclidean geometry the likes of which cannot be conceived of by any mind grasping to sanity. Now what such a monstrous horror would look like through the pinprick thin range of your visible light is hard to conceive. For all I know, you could be seeing a bunch of swirling lights, or a talking houseplant, or a hand puppet, or a pulsing blob of green tentacles. I would guess that what you see when you watch the show is probably different depending on just how crazy you are. If you're seeing a sock puppet, what does that say about you, cat? Thanks for writing in, and I'll swallow your soul. Next caller.
Saw your show on YouTube. Brilliant. Now a question. What do you have with souls? White or red wine or something else?
I'm glad you asked, because this gives me a chance to show off my new segment. Cooking with Cthulhu! Okay, so today we're making one of my favorite dishes, filet of sole. Now, obviously you're going to want to catch and prepare your own sole, but in the interest of time, I've got one here that's already been prepared. Remember that when you're preparing the sole, you want to make one clean cut, followed by immediate seasoning. If you mince it, it'll transubstantiate, and then all you've got is a bowl full of meat. If you let it sit too long, it'll reincarnate, which is no good for anybody, especially if the soul was Baptist. Okay, so we've got our bowl, our sole, our buttered pan, sliced mushrooms, give it a little salt, bam! And now crap. They're telling me we're running out of time. Alright, well, since we're running out of time, let's get these last few questions in a rapid-fire round. Well, okay, that's more like...
Rapid-fire round!
I swear, somebody's gonna get a visit in their sleep. Okay, today's idiotic queries come from the font of all idiotic queries, the Internet. These are all questions that have been submitted to the website in a recent blog post. Let's go.
Do you actually have feet?
Yes.
Why is the first always the worst?
Because the last is such a blast.
Pirates or ninjas?
Zombies.
Is there anyone who can stop Optimus Prime?
Yes, Grape Ape.
If I ordered a t-shirt, would you sign it?
Absolutely.
Do you have a dehumidifier in your studio?
Yeah, I keep it outside.
Do you think midnight snacks are healthy?
You volunteering?
What is the meaning of life?
Only the living care.
Boba Fett. Awesome?
Most awesome.
Will any hemispheres have their souls eaten first?
That's a time zone thing. Somebody's gotta be last. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for now. Sorry if we didn't get to your question this time, but I do try to answer all the emails I get, even if I don't put it on the show. If you want to find me on the web, I'm at callsforcthulhu.com. Or you can send me an email. Tim, address, now! Right. And if you want, you can record your questions and attach the WAV file to the email so we can play them on the show. Thanks for tuning in.
So be sure to come back next week when Cthulhu will...
Swallow your soul!
Buscando en silencio la respuesta del crimen perfecto.